Woman sensed danger approaching. She quietly picked up a large rock to defend herself, but as she stood up to react, the man suddenly opened his coat and dove to the ground. Turns out, a strange creature had appeared beneath them. Jack used his 120-pound body to pin it down, but the stick-sized creature had terrifying strength. It lifted Jack into the air with ease, then aimed a tentacle straight at his head. Just as Jack was about to lose control, Mina rushed over with a knife. She struck the creature and cut off its root. Jack narrowly escaped death, but the creature's energy lingered in the air. Without hesitation, Jack fashioned a whip from the severed tentacle. Then they dragged their heavy metal case and moved forward. They had barely made it far, when a woman came running from behind. She offered food and water, in exchange for joining them, but Jack didn't trust her. He pulled out his knife and told her to leave. Moments later, a laser blast fired directly at them. Luckily they dodged just in time. Avoiding the deadly shot, they crawled forward across the ground, until Jack stood up suddenly. He was stunned. A tidal wave of strange creatures was surging toward them, at a speed of 66 meters per second.
And let the cold rain soak her whole body. It was because she expressed her love to the Virgin Mary but touched the taboo in the convent. Any nun who violated the taboo had to wear torture instruments and confess. When she was locked back in the cell, her clothes were dyed red with blood. In the following days, the girl was imprisoned in a small cell. The only food she had was a slice of bread and a bowl of milk. In order to regain the Virgin Mary's attention, the girl sneaked to the well and jumped in without hesitation. She saw the Virgin Mary again. She thought that the two of them would go back to the beginning, but the appearance of someone shattered her fantasy. A nun came over with a bowl of chicken soup. On the surface she was comforting the girl, but actually she was sneering at her. This sentence woke up the Virgin Mary. She found that she had been tricked by the girl again. Seeing that her scheme was exposed, the Virgin Mary went into the nun's room and took out a few notes from the drawer. After comparison, she found that the handwriting was exactly the same as the anonymous letter she received. It turned out that all this was the nun's conspiracy. She sowed discord between the girl and the Virgin Mary. The girl grabbed the nun by the neck and warned her not to meddle in other people's business. But the nun said proudly that she also had the right to get the Virgin Mary's love. The next second she tasted the punishment she deserved. The consequences were self-evident. The nun told the Virgin Mary about this, and the Virgin Mary finally made up her mind to drive the girl out of the convent.